Are you looking for the best active speakers? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best active speakers on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Elac debut ConneX DCB41. These powered speakers are costlier than our top pick, but they sound more natural, look nicer, and have a similar feature set. If you are serious about sound quality, the Elac debut ConneX DCB41 powered speakers are a great choice. The DCB41 is similar to the Andover Audio Speakeasy 4 in its feature set, with HDMI and phono inputs in addition to Bluetooth, but this system offers better sound and better measured performance. These powered speakers also look much nicer than most speakers in their price range. This system has an especially clear sound, particularly for its size. The DCB41 is considerably more expensive than the Speakeasy 4, but the performance improvement it offers is obvious. In our tests it had the natural, uncolored sound we expect from a well-engineered, high-quality speaker. Our listening panelists praised this system's clarity, its surprisingly full sound, and its focused, realistic stereo imaging. It's hard to complain about this one. It's pretty close to just right, one listener said. The DCB41 system is no bass monster, but the bottom end is pretty impressive for a speaker of this size. On bass-heavy tunes where the Speakeasy 4's bass sounded strained and distorted, the DCB41's bass sounded clean, punchy, and powerful, even though the DCB41 is slightly smaller than the Speakeasy 4. It offers an X-Bass enhancer button on its remote control, but in our opinion the DBC41 doesn't need bass enhancement, and the function boosts the maximum bass output by only about 1 dB anyway. Number 2. HiVi-Swans OS-10. These powered speakers perform shockingly well for their price, and they look great. But they have fewer connection options than our other powered picks. The HiVi-Swans OS-10 powered speakers are a terrific choice for those who want excellent sound at a low price, or in a smaller speaker. The OS-10 system actually sounds clearer and looks nicer than the more expensive Andover Audio Speakeasy 4, but it lacks HDMI and phono inputs, so it's much less versatile. This system produces the best sound we've heard for the price. When we did a brand-concealed test of the OS-10 against the Speakeasy 4 and the much larger Dayton Audio B65A, we were shocked to find that the relatively tiny OS-10 was our clear favorite. It had an exceptionally clear sound, with a strong but not overemphasized treble that made voices sound more intelligible yet still natural. Because of its neutral-sounding tone, this speaker system works well with most genres of music, except for bass-heavy EDM and hip-hop. We were also shocked to hear how good the bass coming from the OS-10's little 4-inch woofers sounded. No, it doesn't play the low notes particularly loud or deep, but what bass it does have is well balanced with the mid-range and treble. It sounds clear and well-defined rather than booming. Number 3. Sony SACS9 10-inch. This speaker pair sounds great and can be combined with matching center and Atmos-enabled speakers to create a home theater setup. But its appearance is generic. The Sony SACS9 10-inch is an updated version of a passive speaker that has been a favorite of budget-minded home theater enthusiasts for more than a decade. It has a lively yet natural sound that works great for both music and movies, and Sony offers matching center and Atmos-enabled speakers to create a surround sound system. This pair just sounds great. In a brand-concealed listening comparison, the SSCS5 M2 had a more natural sound than our previous top pick, the Polk ES15, with a more prominent treble that made instruments like cymbals and acoustic guitars sound clearer. The SACS9 10-inch also had a slightly more present mid-range, which makes vocals and dialogue a little easier to understand. Even though the SACS9 10-inch has a relatively small, 5.12-inch woofer, it delivers decent bass. On Audrey Nuna's bass-intensive Damn Right, the SACS9 10-inch sounded even clearer than our upgrade pick, the Triangle Borea BR03, which produced a bit of chuffing from its bass ports. However, the Borea BR03 sound is more spacious, and voices are smoother and more natural. Number 4. Acoustics M20. If you're after a pair of high-quality Bluetooth bookshelf speakers, Acoustics M20 HD, 8 out of 10, Wired recommends, are all that and more. Their rounded cabinets and demure fabric grills hide vivid clarity from within, providing effortless detail, a precise and expansive soundstage, and burly dynamics. You won't get HDMI ARC or Wi-Fi here, but you will find multiple aptX flavors for Android devices, digital optical, USB, dual analog inputs, and a subwoofer output. These speakers work great for desktops and smaller rooms, and can even double as TV speakers. Those seeking a simplified stereo system with performance to spare will find these curvy cubes a sweet match. I've spent a lot of time with wireless speaker systems over the years, and the Acoustics M20 HD stands out as one of the most impressive I've encountered in this price range. These speakers strike a near-perfect balance between sound quality, design, and usability. The M20s deliver a rich, detailed soundstage that far exceeds expectations for their size. The 0.9-inch tweeters provide crisp, clear highs without any harshness, while the 4.9 mid/bass drivers produce surprisingly deep and controlled bass, especially impressive given the speaker's compact footprint. From jazz to electronic, everything sounds balanced and immersive. The 55 Hz, 22 kHz frequency response ensures you catch both subtle details and room-filling low-end. The 2.4 kHz crossover is expertly tuned, ensuring seamless integration between the drivers. Number 5. IK Multimedia iLoud Micro Monitor. The iLoud micro monitors are a small pair of computer speakers that have become a mainstay in home studios the world over. They're designed to sound as close to full-size studio monitors as possible, which means flat and easy to mix mid-range, solid bass, and crisp enough high-end that you can dial in sizzle on the cymbals with EQ. These are excellent speakers even if you don't create music or videos, with RCA and Bluetooth inputs that make them great to use with both phones and turntables, as long as the deck has a built-in phono preamp. I like that they have a built-in bass, which helps angle them more toward your ears when they are on a desktop. They even have a threaded mic stand adapter, so you can mount them somewhere for a dance party. I was skeptical when I first read the specs on the IK Multimedia iLoud micro monitors, but after extensive use, I can confidently say, these are the best compact studio monitors in their class. Period. With 50 watts of bi-amplified power, these monitors deliver a clean, flat, and highly accurate sound profile that's absolutely shocking for their size. The frequency response is tight and transparent, making them reliable for mixing, mastering, and detailed production work. Highs are crisp without being fatiguing, mids are present and well-defined, and the bass? Incredibly articulate for a speaker this size, thanks to the cleverly tuned bass reflex ports and DSP control.